Greetings, viewers at home, or wherever you are. You're not in...
Maybe they're at work.
Maybe you are.
Watching YouTube when they're supposed to be doing their TPS reports.
Shame on you.
That's not good.
No, it's okay. Maybe
Get to
you
work
somewhere that sucks.
Get to work!
Maybe you're in quality control for YouTube and you're getting paid for this, actually. What are you doing? Is that a spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Shut that down.
I'm gonna need you to not do that. Oh, man. Well, hi.
Hello.
I'm Ben, that's Matt.
What?
Oh. Actually, I'm just about to confuse the audience right now, so they're going, what? What is that?
We have like 17 names, including each having each other's name.
I'm Jehoshaphat.
And I'm Methuselah.
You're old as dirt.
Welcome to this special pre-deluge Old Testament version of Teacup Mammoths.
We're going to start with the rest of the episode. We're speaking in thous and thys.
Forsooth.
Thus thou hoist.
What beeth up with the DMV? Thou varlet? Verily, I canst not register my muskox. Registering the muskox sounds like a euphemism for something.
Last night I registered the muxox with her, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was...
Is that what you were going for?
Yeah, that's the sort of euphemism I meant.
Right. Hey, look, I got a question for you. What, have you ever gotten a speeding ticket?
Yes, I have.
Tell me about it.
Well, I was... this was a couple of years ago, back when I still had the hell van.
I love it. I used to like riding in that van, and then I refused to ride in that van.
After the shocks ceased to exist.
Yeah.
It was like some nautical experience.
I was worried that one day it's going to go, and then just nothing come back up. It's going to...
You drive and it goes down, and you're like, oh, that's a shame. Like, 10 minutes later,
you had
like, shoots up in the air.
You had gauges attached to, like, a wooden 2x2 screwed to the dashboard.
Well, it was like the cheap one. So it had the speedometer, and it had the light that comes on when something's already broken. It's like the, congratulations, you'll be paying $1,000 at least light. And I was like, man, this sucks. So I went, and I got like an RPM-ometer.
An RPM, that's a tachometer.
Tachometer.
An RPM-ometer.
Well, it was pretty tacky.
Yeah, it was. You didn't even paint the wood. You could have at least painted the wood.
Well, you know, there were options. There were like little pillar-mounted things that look all sleek, and I was like, man, I already spent $40 on this tachometer. So yeah, I kind of bolted it in over the radio console and screwed it in, and the wires were all sticking out. That was my favorite part. I was trying to steampunkify it.
Yeah, really. I really wanted to steampunkify that.
Get some copper pipes and just...
The thing is, you talked about trying to make it actually steam-driven, putting a boiler in. If you had put a boiler in that car, I would not have ridden it with... I'd be like, you need to call me wherever you're going because you are going to blow up.
I've been refining that idea.
Blowing up the car?
No, the whole boiler thing.
Oh, okay.
After having to rebuild the boiler in my house this past winter, I have a much better grasp of boiler technology.
I think the thing with you is you get enough information to just be dangerous.
Yeah, just enough.
Just enough to be dangerous. Not really enough to be productive. Just enough to hurt yourself or someone else around you.
Someone else could take technology and be like, I could save lives with this. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna use this to launch potatoes and stuff.
Alright, so the speeding ticket.
Yeah.
Why did you get that?
Well,
you gotta be speeding.
It happened because I was going faster than supposed to.
End of story.
Okay.
That's the end.
I've been up, this was a few years ago, obviously, because I had the hell van. And I'd been up in Pittsburgh visiting my sister. And so I was coming back through Maryland. Now Maryland's downhill. So it was
because it's north of us.
Yeah. So I was going...
Oh, it's like going south. Somehow it felt like going downhill.
So I'm going kind of fast. And it was a hot day. And the van didn't have air conditioning, obviously, so I wasn't wearing a shirt. And while I was in Pittsburgh, I bought some special Pittsburgh beer and drank part of the case of it while I was in Pittsburgh and was bringing the rest home.
Okay.
So I'm speeding through Maryland in like the busted ass van, not wearing a shirt, like completely white trashy, with half a case of beer.
I mean, for the record, you were not drinking.
No, this was like
driving.
no, I was as sober as a priest on Sunday.
Okay.
Like a priest from one of those religions where they don't ever drink.
Right, yeah.
Like no drinkinarianism.
So the cop, you were speeding, so
yeah,
whoop whoop behind you.
Yeah, so he pulled me over. And like, I'd been speeding enough that I was like, oh, I wonder what this is about.
Yeah.
Maybe they're gonna give me a cookie.
Yeah. It's a ticket to the policeman's ball.
So, you know, I'm trying to be all polite and stuff. I'm like, oh, hello, officer. And again, I look so trashy. I look like the guy on Cops, where they come up and knock on the door, and the fella comes around and he's like, what?
Yeah.
So, he's like, you were going kind of fast. I'm like, yeah, sorry about that.
It's really hot.
Yeah. And I realized, he doesn't say anything, but he looks at the case of beer. And I'm like, doodly. Oh, sorry, I will gladly pay this ticket I'm sure you're going to give me, and then send me on my way. And so he kind of looks at me, gets my license, so I'm going to go back to my car, you wait here. And that's what I decided to do, because honestly the van might not have started up anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, grab a shirt and put it on, and slightly try to comb my hair, throw something over the beer. And he's gone for like 15 minutes, sitting in his car, and I'm like...
He's being very thorough about who you are.
Oh my gosh. And he comes back, and it's a K-9 unit.
He brings the dog back?
Like, while we're there, another cop car pulls up behind me, and this one's the one with the dog in the back. and he's like, hey, just running your numbers and stuff. Well, we got you here. You mind if we get the dog to...
Are you serious?
To take a look at your car?
The dog searched your car?
And so I'm like... Okay, that's cool. I'm trying to be nice here. Go right ahead. So they get the dog out. The dog just flips out. The dog loves my van. Because this is when I was working at Henriquez, and some of my friends were kind of stoners, and I was the only person who kind of had a van. So I guess my van had like pot residue in it.
Oh man.
And so the guy comes up and he's like, man, dog's really going wild for your van. Do you mind if we search your van? And I'm like, okay. And he's like, why don't you come on up and sit in my car here?
Oh, really?
And I'm like, alright. And so the thing you gotta remember is my van is an ungodly mess.
Yeah.
There's probably
chainmail.
So nothing.
There might be a crossbow in there.
There's like crossbow bolts. There's all sorts of tools. There's bits of historically accurate wood that I have salvaged from the dumpster at Henriquez. So, there's nothing illegal, but at the same time, you don't pop open the back of that van and say, oh, this guy's on his way to volunteer at a soup kitchen for wounded nuns. Yeah. So, it takes like, I don't know if he just really searched everything, or if at some point he was just like, you know what, if there's drugs in there, this just isn't worth it. Yeah. So I'm sitting in the cop car for like half an hour, just hanging out. Oh, I'm in Maryland. No one I know is driving by.
You're in the backseat of the cop car?
Yeah. No, actually, I was shotgun.
Really?
Yes.
I was gonna say they went ahead and just put you in the back just in case. You're already in the car.
Yeah, I'm all like, doo-doo-doo. And every couple of minutes, the first cop will come in and be like, sorry about this taking so long. Oh, no worries, take your time. I'm a good citizen. We people of Virginia are law-abiding folk. And so finally, he comes back and says, well, looks like the van's clean. And I was like, really? And he's like, no, we did. Is there anyone who, is there any reason why your van reeks of pot? And I'm like, well, the only person I know who has a van and some of my friends are disreputable ne'er-do-wells. And I don't even know what pot smells like. But I guess one of them might have smoked a reefer. Is that what the children call them these days? And he's like, anyway, it looks like you're right. Thanks for being so good. I'm going to let you off with a warning.
I know. A warning: don't wear a shirt when you're driving.
Don't look so damn suspicious.
I know.
So, actually, that's
Driving
my story
conspicuously
about me getting a speeding ticket, because I didn't.
You didn't even get the speeding ticket.
So it was all worth it.
That's awesome.
And then I drove the rest of the way through Maryland, like 45 miles, because I realized Maryland is one big speed trap. They fund all of Maryland catching people going down the interstate. Fortunately, Maryland's about 5 miles thick. So
yeah.
So yeah, that was
well.
That was a nice
I think that's a good place to wrap this one up.
So the moral is, look extremely suspicious, but be polite as all get out.
That's the Teacup Mammoths would like to give you a lesson here.
Yup, news you can use. But don't take my word for it. Bye.
Bye.